Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today, I have an unboxing slash unbagging from Amazon, and this is a tool I've wanted to try. I don't know if it will work for me. I've seen some horror stories, but I wanted to try it. So, what I have today are some rulers that I bought from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below so that you can order these yourself if you're interested. It comes with these two little straighteners, which I'm not really sure why you would need with the rulers, but so it looks like, I don't think they're very, I imagine the rulers are pretty flimsy. So is this like saran wrapped in here? That's what it looks like. There we go. Find the edge here. They're kind of flimsy, and I should have both round and square ones in here. So let me get all of this saran wrap off. Plastic wrap. Whoop, heard that noise. Okay, so here is the round ruler. Let me move all this out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. I'll put my hand underneath there. I should put something white underneath there so you can see it. Okay. This is a round one. So you place this on your canvas and line it up, and then you place your drills. So you'll still have drills where there are little pieces here, but then you pull off your drill or pull off your ruler, and then all your drills should be straight, is the theory. Now, I've seen some horror stories of people who use these, and when they went to pull up their ruler, all of the drills came off. So I don't know that I'm going to fill up the entire section of the ruler to try this. I may just try a little bit here and there. And this is kind of rough, so that's interesting. You can't, it's not smooth really to just kind of run your finger over your, or at least my finger does, gets caught a little bit. So there's the round one. There is also one for squares. So here's the one for squares, and again, you just place your drills where this, so you'd have 5 squares here in each little cross, and then of course where all the little pieces of the ruler are, you'd have to go back in and fill those in. And again, I don't think I would fill up the whole thing. I would just fill up a little bit of section and then see how that goes. And then here is another round one. So I don't know, are these different diameters if I lay them over? They look like they're about the same diameter. Let me do it the other way and place this one over this one and see. Nope, they look like they're the same diameter. So I guess this one just lets you fill in the whole thing and then pull it off, versus doing this kind of, not really checkerboard, but versus doing this pattern. So that's interesting that there's two different kinds of round ones. So I will test these out and we'll see what happens. I'll be right back. Okay guys, here I am with my Job canvas, the Muka canvas, whatever, trying to line up this square ruler so that I can use it to kind of place. And you can see if I get it lined up in one place, then it starts to get off in another. And I don't know if this is a problem with the ruler or a problem with the canvas, but it just doesn't seem to be working. I tried lining it up several different ways and tried placing it really, really carefully. And you can see, again, if I get it lined up in one place, then it's not lined up in others. And maybe this is just me needing extra practice at using it, but it's too much fuss for me, so yeah, thumbs down from me for this one. Okay guys, I apologize, the lighting isn't the greatest, but I'm trying to do this where I've got some room to work, and this canvas is huge. So this is my Josephine Wall Diana painting, and as you can see, this is my first square. Haven't laid a drill yet. And what I wanted to test was these rulers. I have gotten them from Amazon, and because this is a big painting and I want to do it very well, I wanted to test these rulers out. I will say I've already tested out the square one on a square canvas. I'm going to test it again on a different canvas, but for right now, these did not fit. It would line up at the top, but then by the time I got all the way to the bottom, it was out of alignment. So again, I don't know if that was an issue with the canvas, so I'm going to try it with another canvas, but this one did not work. So I thought I would try and see. This one is made, as you can see, it's got kind of every place that you're going to place a drill. So I wanted to try and kind of lay it down here and see if it actually lines up with where I would be placing drills. And see if it remains in alignment. So, see, it looks pretty good here. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And then as I get down here, sorry, I bumped the camera. Maybe it's okay. I can't really tell. I may have to get a better light out here so I can see. I'm trying not to lay it down too heavily. Now see, it looks really lined up here, but then as you get down here, it's not. Maybe that's a problem with me placing it. Here, let me go down here to the bottom and see if I have better luck, where I can kind of see a little bit better. Okay, I've got it lined up with the B's. Nope, see, it's still out of alignment. It looks really good to about here, and then it slowly starts getting out of alignment. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be using that one. Now, I wanted to try this one. This one is also for rounds, but it is more of a, it lets you do a little bit of a checkerboard slash type pattern. So let's see here if I can get them lined up. See, and same thing for me here. I've got the B's lined up. Already there, it looks a little bit out of alignment, and by the time you get down here, it's way out of alignment. Let me try the other direction and see. Let me try lining it up from the middle. Oh my goodness, that's even worse. So you can see I've got this lined up here, and these are lined up, but then when you get up here, it's not lined up at all. Okay, guys. I'm just gonna call that a fail for these tools. I don't know if it's the supplier that I bought them from. I don't know if there was something wrong in the manufacturer. In fact, hang on one second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So I don't know if you're aware, because I wasn't, that the round and square drills are a different size. And hang on just a second. I'm gonna move you guys over here a little bit so I can lay it on the white so we can see them. Round drills are 2.8 millimeters in diameter. The square drills are 2.5 centimeters, or millimeters. 2.5 millimeters. So let's just see if this actually measures that. Does that measure 2.5? Maybe. So 3 of them in a row, what is that, 7.5? That measures more like 8, which doesn't seem like a big deal until you realize that it really matters. These millimeters matter because what we're working with is so small. It does look like to me the middle of these, which would be where the drills sit, is more like 7.5, but it just doesn't line up for some reason. Measure it all the way across. I mean, these have got to be cut by computer, you would think, but it just doesn't. I wonder if the distance between, that looks like 2.5. That looks like only 2, just a little over 2. So somehow, I don't know, the cutting has gotten off, so it doesn't seem to be working on that one. Now these should be 2.8. So really that sliver in between them you think would be good. And that looks like it's measuring about 2.8. Can you guys see that? Am I doing it off screen? I'm so sorry. It looks like it's measuring about 2.8, but again, that seems odd because it's not lining up with my canvas. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll try these again with a different canvas and see if it's an issue with the canvas. So how many is that? So approximately 3, so it should be 9, a little less than 9 across, which it is, but it doesn't work either. So interesting. I'm curious, have any of you purchased these rulers and did you get them to work for you? Is it just I've got poor lighting and I can't tell what I'm doing? Let me try one more time to try and line this up. Okay, I will say doing that vertically did seem to work a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me zoom in here. So it does seem to have lined up a little bit better here, but it doesn't feel to me like all of these are great in alignment. Sorry for the bobbles here. Let me just move you. Oops, moved you too far. Okay. So it does seem like it lined up a little bit better, but okay, so maybe it's just me and I'm not, it takes a while to get the hang of placing these. I've also heard horror stories of people who place all their drills and then when they go to pull them up, pulling up the ruler pulls up the drills, and you should go over them with a, let me zoom back out here, go over them with a brayer or something, or a rolling pin or something to press them down before you pull it up. I gotta say though, I'm not thrilled about putting this down on my canvas because then it has to stick to the glue. And while this is metal and it's not sticking, it doesn't appear to be hurting it. I just don't know, given how much work I've already put into this canvas, this is something that I want to mess with. So for me, I'm going to say this is probably just not a tool that I'm ever going to use, and leave it at that. I may do a little bit more testing with some other canvases, but for right now, I think I'm just going to say no thank you for me, and maybe I'll put these in my to be gifted pile. Let me know if you're interested in trying them out, or if you have had any good experiences with these rulers with your canvases, whether you do squares or rounds or both, because yeah, I'm just thinking these are not for me. They seem way too fiddly, and yeah, I think I'd rather just do without. So there were the rulers. Just a tool I'm gonna pass on, I think. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to do the things on your way out. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. See you next time, guys.